Alright, if you have played Tower Heroes before, you most definitely know about Branch. If you haven't, let me briefly explain him to you. Branch is the butter to your bread, the peanut butter to your jelly, the gyak to your Rizzler. Not only does he have one of the highest DPS in the game, which basically just makes him super strong, he is really good for early game and deals splash damage, which absolutely shreds a cluster of enemies. And now that I had surpassed level 30, I can actually get him. And I think you guys know me well enough to make this as difficult as I possibly can for myself. It's time to get Branch solo. Step 1. Deck. Before starting, I actually watched another guy solo run this and did a little bit of research. Thank God I did, because I found out that Bibo, the other ranged tower in use, actually got nerfed since then, making this way more difficult. But come on guys, how can easy mode be difficult? I made an educated guess on who would be a good substitute, and using the same strategy, I actually made it to the boss. Except here's where my problems began. The damage being done to the boss wasn't near to enough, and this is 100% because Mataiki is literally classified as a support tower. So it was a bit of a mistake bringing her into the game with 3 other supports. She's really good for early game, but yeah, I don't suggest using her in solos because the ideal 3 supports are always going to be Lemonade Cat, Spectre and Balloon Pal. One of Mataiki's biggest pros is her healing ability, which basically goes to waste if you don't have a summoner, and you are definitely not fitting a summoner on a deck for soloing. Now I had to find another alternative for Bibo. I said to myself, who has epic range and has a bonus that could actually help against the boss? And even though I never used her before, I went for Quinn. After making it to the boss again, I had my Quinns placed and was ready to melt the boss, but that was quite the opposite of what happened. First of all, I wasted a lot of Quinn's range placing her on one side of the map, and second of all, I kept placing my towers right in front of Branch because I did not know at the time that he actually stunned towers. On my next run I tried centering Quinn better, but I still wasn't able to do enough damage to the boss. After realizing that I had literally done the best I could with the best possible deck, I knew I was going to need a new technique, which leads us to step 2, strategy. After searching YouTube to see if anyone had actually soloed Silent Sanctuary recently, I found this intelligent young gentleman who used the same deck I chose with the same Quinn placement. The only thing he did differently was to have his scientists already set in the back. I think this was just to make much more use of their full range, which allowed them to kill the boss with just a few seconds to spare. Yeah, if you guys plan on using this, it will be a tight game, and to be honest, Bibo and El Goblino don't work anymore, so I really don't know how much of a choice you have. I didn't watch the whole thing because I was honestly just lazy as hell and confident that I could do it on my second try. Don't be afraid to leave time for failure, guys. For those of you who failed to subscribe this far into the video, I am also going to give you a second chance. Now on my first try I struggled with the early placement of my scientists. In the video he leveled up his scientists one by one with assistance from Balloon Pal, but instead of doing that I decided to spread out my scientists and level them up almost evenly. It did not work out, so please don't do that. Step 3. Finesse. Now it's time to put everything I've learned to the test. I fixed my scientist placement and somehow I actually didn't die at the beginning of the match. So for those of you itching to study the actual strategy, sit back and relax. Indeed, we made it to the boss, and I have high hopes for this round because what could possibly go wrong? Oh no. Come on, I need my Spectre ability. Give me mana. Bro, I still got a level 4 Quinn in the back. I need money. No way. 900 HP and I lost. That is crazy. Think, where did I go wrong? Alright, let's run that back, but this time let's just move one little scientist in the back up to the right and see how it goes. Yes, it's actually working and clearly better than the last time. Let's go! We defeated the boss earlier than the guy who taught us the method. If that doesn't deserve a W in the comments, I don't know what does. I finally unlocked the branch and now I get to use my door skin for this guy. I think I'm gonna leave it there for the video, so if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button. And I know you enjoyed because I'm just so funny, like what? Let me know what the next goal is and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!